Good morning and welcome once again to the glorious Peak District, more specifically the Derwent Valley Heritage Way near the River Derwent at Grindleford. So what's the plan? Well, we're out for a walk today. I'm here with Graham, Black 73 Cat on all good social networks including YouTube, so links in the description as always. Right, so we've parked the cars at Kerber. The plan is that we're going to go for a walk today, possibly a wild camp. We've got all the kit in the bags and stuff like that. The weather is very changeable today. We've had winds of like 60 to 70 miles an hour. Up the tops now it looks very windy, so we'll have to see how the day goes, but no doubt if you keep watching you'll find out. Let's get moving. Grindleford Station. So we're in Grindleford now at the station. We really are making this route up as we go along. We're looking to, if we're going to camp, it's going to be about 3, maybe half 3, because it's probably going to be dark by about 4, so we want to be deciding and possibly rolling up somewhere about 3:30. There's the Totley Tunnel, 1893. But the next place we're going to do is Padley Gorge. We're going to have a nice wee wander up there and then just see where the road takes us.
This is the thing, we're going to have almost identical videos.
Welcome to Padley Gorge, and it's looking stunning today. There is a lot of branches down. There's a few trees down back there, but the winds have certainly taken the toll over the last 24 hours. It all looks like fresh fall. So what a stunning place. We're just heading out into the Longshore Estate now. We're heading in the direction of Higgertor on Carl Walk, but we've not actually decided where we're heading yet. But now we're up into the up onto the moors and out in the open. The wind's starting to get up again now. Welcome to the Longshore Estate, owned by the National Trust. Very popular area to come and park and have a wander around. There's a tea room, things like that, but we're just passing through. No tea or cake today. Although we are going to try and look for a sheltered spot for lunch. Obviously we're higher up now, so the wind has increased. There's quite a bite in the wind as well. But the place where I'm thinking that we might camp, if you've watched my videos for the last year, you'll have seen it already, up on White Edge. If you can hear me, there'll be a link to that video now there, and also in the description. Right, so it's my first outing with the Osprey Exus 48. Bought this just before Christmas as a gift from work, my 10-year anniversary. But do you know what? It's really comfortable. Been very impressed so far. This is the first time that I've actually put anything in it, and it's looking fit to burst. But I have got full winter kit in there, my winter bag, down jackets, the lot. So hopefully it won't be too cold tonight. And I've got the Terra Nova Adventure 2 tarp with a couple of rusty old walking poles there to set it up with. But now it's brew time, or dinner time, sandwich time. It's just time to intake some food. Back on the road again. Welcome to Froggatt Edge. We just left the forest and we're wandering along out in the open now. And thankfully, the breeze has dropped ever so slightly. As you can probably tell, I've battened down the hatches a little bit. Got gloves on, hat, the lot. Because there really is a real icy bite in that wind. The sun's just dropping over there now. See it in the distance there now. Looks like there's a big cloud about to dump some snow or sleet on us, I think. It's nice and chilly. So we've just left the edge path now that runs along Froggatt and Kerber, and we're heading towards White Edge up in the distance there. And hopefully, I mean, trying to sink into this bog, but looks like we've just missed the bulk of this snow shower that's coming over. We're getting the edge of it. There's a little bit now, you can probably see it on camera, but it's sweeping down the valley there. But fingers crossed we won't get hit by it. That one was quite a deep one. Watch where you're going, Dean. Watch where you're going. So I've got the phone out for this one. Right in the centre of the screen there we've got some deer, and there is quite a lot of them up on Big Moor, which is at the other side of White Edge, just over the hill there, but let's do stray down this side as well. White Edge now. The sun's beginning to set in the distance. We've got another 50 or so metres to go until we get to the place where there's a little group of gritstone. Hopefully, if we can get enough wind breakage, we'll be camping there. It's quite cold in the wind, but because of the height of the gritstone, we should be able to drop just below it. And it should be a nice windbreak. But we'll soon find out. If not, there's always a forest down there. So here we are at White Edge. The main trig point is directly down there. And this is the spot that I camped at last summer. I dare say it was probably April time, something like that. But don't quote me on that. So it looks as though we're going to miss the sunset because of that snowstorm that's on the horizon over there. But I won't speak too soon, but I will say it that we've managed to miss the majority of the weather so far. And it looks like we're going to miss that one as well. It's going to head over that sort of direction down the Derwent Valley over towards the fair town of Chesterfield. So what we're thinking was, hopefully you can hear me, we're going to possibly put the tents there, tarp tents, yeah, and then Adrian's got another, Adrian? Graham! Hello to Adrian, by the way. You are on my mind, obviously. But Graham's got another tarp. We're going to pitch it across there as like a little seating brewing place for this evening. Right, so it's probably tarp pitching time, the new. I'm not sure if you can see us, but Graham, not Adrian, has got his, what is it?
Looks Outdoor Mini Peak 2.
Looks Outdoor Mini Peak 2. It's quite cosy in there, mate.
Been using the tarp tonight, no winner, just a British Army bivvy bag.
Excellent.
Look at that, I'm collecting some hail.
Polystyrene.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then I've got the Adventure 2 tarp, just set up in some sort of like makeshift pyramid. And you're not going to be able to see that, but I'll get my phone out in a minute and show you a better view. I'm just recording this section again just in case it didn't come out very well on the GoPro. But there's Graham's shelter. I'll try and lighten it a bit in post-production. I'll quickly pause. And now you're back with the light on. And my bag there. Bivvy, centre pole. It's not perfectly flat here. And the pegs don't go all the way in, so hopefully it'll stay up during the night. If not, I've just got the bivvy and I'll plonk down over here in this little area. There we are. We got them pitched just in time, just as the hail arrived. It was forecast at this time of day actually. Also, while I'm doing this with the light out, I'd just like to say thanks to Matt. I'm using the mini pole today, mate. It's working a treat. Right, so that brief hailstorm has just stopped. It's due to snow later on, but this is the edge leading into the wind. It's quite low. I've done it intentionally because all it is a 3 metre by 3 metre tarp. So hopefully if it snows, it'll snow on there and it'll weigh that down a little bit and there'll be no draft coming through. But as with the other night, because we're not totally flat and the pegs don't go in a great deal, it's pitched out as well as possible, but I'm sure that'll be fine. And if not, I've got the trusty old, you know where it is, Jay, trusty old Army Gore-Tex bag there, and I can just batten down the hatches in that. Welcome back. So it's now about 7 o'clock and we've had 1 or 2 snow showers go through already. The main bulk of the snow is due to arrive at about 10 o'clock tonight, something like that, and it's due to last, well, until 10 o'clock tomorrow. But it's going to be heavy for about an hour and then it'll just be light stuff. It's been pretty light flurries of snow for the last hour or so, something like that, but nothing too major. You might just be able to see, in fact, there's nothing in this little sheltered area here. It's all out that way. But I think to keep the warm in, I'm gonna go and dip my feet in the sleeping bag and go for a brew, I think.
There you go. Ooh,
Thank you.
Okay. Say when.
When? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's currently food, brew and cup of soup time. We're in Graham's shelter at the minute.
Excuse the mess.
And out there is vast moorland. It's quite windy. Welcome back to White Edge. So, it was quite a blustery night last night. I've just packed all my gear away now, it's all back in the bag. Yeah, so I think I updated last night that I had to jump out about midnight to adjust some of the pegs. I woke up to this offending corner here. There just wasn't enough depth to get the peg all the way in, so I've had to roll the top back a little bit and create a bit of a strange angle from that, but thankfully I can get the peg in there. And then I've just wedged a few choice bits of gritstone on some of the other pegs. But it wasn't a bad night's sleep, if I'm honest. It wasn't too bad. I'm always saying this, but hopefully you can hear me. There was quite a bit of snow, and then I think it turned to sleet for a little while. I've got to sit down in here. It turned to sleet for a while, and because it's so windy, a lot of it seems to have blown away from here because it was only really light snow. I think when I turned around at 2, you would have seen a snippet of that video already, but I turned around at about 2 in the morning, and all the way around, like a semicircle around the door of my tent, was covered in snow. And yeah, it was an interesting night. Quite flappy because of the tarp, but it was certainly a different experience. I've tarped many a time in summer, but this is my first winter conditions tarp. Last week I tarped it in the forest, but it was only icy, it wasn't snowy, and it wasn't necessarily windy either there, so it was a whole new experience. Just looking out of the bivvy at the snow falling, it was all good. It was all good. I was quite warm actually in the Van Gogh Ultralight 1300. I didn't think I was going to be, so I bought extra clothes and stuff like that, but thankfully I didn't need them. I did sleep with my coat on actually though, in preparation for needing to escape quickly if the tarp blew away. I got my bag packed, ready to roll just in case, and obviously everything's in the bivvy with me, so it would have remained dry in there. But thankfully I didn't have to escape during the night, or knock on the door of Graham's tent and request shelter at the inn. Right, so we're going to get packed away now. The sun is just about to rise, or it'll be rising in about half an hour I dare say, but it's starting to get light. We need to get back, I've got to be home for 10 o'clock, so early to rise, early to get walking. We're about 45 minutes away from the car, and it's been a great night. Let's get moving. All the kit's packed now, ready to roll. Leave no trace. So as you can see, or hopefully see, we're back on GoPro now, but there was a bit of snow last night, nothing to mention really. It looks like there's been a lot more on the higher areas, over towards Kinder and Win Hill, but there's not a great deal here. We're going to head off now over towards the trig point on White Edge, then down to Kerber Gap, and then down to the village itself where the cars are parked. Welcome to the trig on White Edge. A bit different to the last time I was here. We're about to drop off White Edge in a moment, down towards Kerber Gap. Just ran into Kevin on the way. So it's really nice to meet Kevin just there. Kevin said he'd been watching the videos for a while, and they headed up to Grinner Stones to try a wild camp on Friday, but it was just too extreme. We were thinking about knocking it on the head when we looked at the weather, but we couldn't do it. We had to do it. It was the wind that bothered me the most, I think. Trying to find somewhere that's nice and out of the way and fairly sheltered at the same time. But we found somewhere that was okay, so that's good. But it's always nice to meet people that watch the videos or know about my websites and stuff like that. If you do see me out there somewhere, just come and give me a shout. It's always nice to meet people that watch the videos. Khyber Gap, just passing through. Just heading down the road now towards the village. Khyber Edge there, and the sun is lighting up the glorious Derwent Valley. Baslow Edge just there. Okay, so we're almost back at the cars now. Nice little quaint village, Khyber. Very expensive house prices, I dare say. But that aside, just back at the cars, it's been an excellent walk, excellent wild camp, a really great experience, especially under tarp. But it was nice to have a wander with Graham again. Hopefully we're doing something again soon. As always, links in the description. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, really thanks for subscribing. I've just passed 1,500, very chuffed about that. Thanks for your support, thanks for commenting, and I will see you next time, whenever that may be. Bye for now.